Despite having high expectations to win the Big 12 in 2024, Utah ended up having a pretty down year. However, I think the future looks really bright for the Utes entering the 2025 season, and I think a major part of that is the fact that Utah has the best tackle duo in all of college football. Both left tackle Caleb Lomu and right tackle Spencer Fano are incredible offensive linemen, and both of them have a very strong case to be the #1 overall tackle for the 2026 draft class. Today, I'm going to highlight right tackle Spencer Fano and break down why I think he is a game-changing tackle and a player who I believe can be a top 10 pick in next year's draft class. If you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. We will be uploading prospect breakdowns like this every single week in anticipation for the 2026 draft class. Comment down below which players you guys want to see me discuss in a future video, and let's take a closer look at Spencer Fano. Spencer Fano was a 4-star recruit from the 2023 class and was the #7 offensive tackle in his recruiting class. Fano decided to stay home and committed to his hometown team in Utah. He played in 612 snaps as a true freshman, and there definitely was a bit of a learning curve. However, in 2024, Fano absolutely lit it up and was a dominant right tackle, playing in 770 snaps for the Utes. Fano allowed just 14 pressures and 1 sack on the season. He was the highest graded offensive tackle in the country per PFF, and is a player who, after the season he just had, has been generating a lot of buzz as a potential first-round pick, and seems to be the consensus top tackle for the 2026 draft class. The first thing that really sticks out when you're watching Fano is his unbelievable run blocking ability. In my opinion, Fano is the best run blocker I have seen in my 4 years of doing this. I know a lot of people talked about Penei Sewell. He was the year before I really got into the draft community, but Fano is a remarkable run blocker. Whether he's playing in an outside zone scheme or he's running gap, he does a fantastic job of getting to the second level and connecting as a run blocker. He has very few whiffs, very few missed assignments in the run game, and his grip strength is absolutely fantastic. He's also a player who has fantastic power in the run game and showcased the ability to consistently drive guys off the ball. He is a rare one-of-one type of run blocker who I'm super excited to see how his skill set translates to the next level. However, one of the major selling points on Fano, and I think what helps make him such a great run blocker, is he's an unbelievable athlete. His speed and explosiveness off the ball is unbelievable. While the testing numbers aren't official, Fano is expected to run around a 4.9 40-yard dash with a 1.68 10-yard split and a 4.4 shuttle time. Those numbers are alien-like for a guy of his size. He is an incredible mover and is so quick off the ball, and when he gets outside, he looks like a tight end in space. He has the ability to be an awesome lead blocker, and he showcases unbelievable overall movement skills for the tackle position. The athleticism and run blocking alone, I think, make him well worth a top 50 investment at the worst, but he's also a really strong pass protector. I thought he held his own really well in one-on-one situations. He obviously has the athleticism to recover, which you see on tape, but I thought that his hand usage was really strong. He showed the ability to make really strong counters as a pass blocker, and his mirroring ability is super solid as well. He is a technician and is a super well-rounded offensive tackle. He also plays really light on his feet and moves really well in pass protection. While he may be a better overall run blocker, I don't see him as a liability as a pass blocker in any ways, and I think he's being overlooked in that phase. I think the biggest reason why Fano is not viewed as a borderline generational tackle prospect are his size limitations. Fano is very light for the position, and his length is also pretty concerning. Fano appears to have sub 33-inch arms, and we all know that the length concerns are very real in NFL circles. You've got to be able to win the leverage battles, and when you have shorter arms, it makes it a lot harder to do that. But I think his weight is the bigger question mark. He's listed at 302 pounds right now, but he played at around 290 pounds for Utah in 2024. He's very small in terms of modern day NFL tackles. While I think he has the frame to add on 10 to 15 pounds of muscle, I do think that is something that could hold him back in draft circles. I'm not too worried about it. The tape is ultimately the king, and that's what I value the most. And yes, he might have a smaller weight and shorter arms, but the tape speaks for itself. But I will be very interested to see the verified numbers. The other area that could be concerning with Fano is his anchor. There were times when he was rocked backwards, and he did struggle against more power rushers. While he does have the foot speed to recover and not turn it into a major loss, it is certainly concerning. Anchor is something that I do heavily value with offensive linemen, and I would like to see him improve his lower body strength. If he can hold his ground a little bit better, I do think he can be a superstar tackle, but there were times when he went up against a bull rush that he definitely had his struggles. Despite his limitations, I am incredibly high on Spencer Fano as a tackle prospect. He's the best run blocker I've ever evaluated, but on top of that, he brings excellent hand strikes and pass protection, he has quick feet, and absolutely elite athleticism on the offensive line. While I do view him as a tackle prospect, I feel very confident that even if his size limitations are a bit of a concern for teams, I think he could kick inside to guard and has the traits to be a pretty dominant player at the next level. Spencer Fano is my number 1 offensive tackle in the draft class and is a top 10 overall player on my big board. The traits are ridiculous, and I think the upside is absolutely incredible for him at the next level. In terms of a scheme fit, I think Fano is a perfect fit for the modern NFL. More and more teams are adopting the Shanahan-style offense with a more wide zone rushing attack, and Fano is a perfect fit as a modern right tackle. Teams are looking for the explosive right tackle who can drive guys off the ball in the run game, be a lead blocker on outside runs, and guys that are just freak athletes. And ultimately, I think that's exactly what Spencer Fano brings to the table. I think he's a perfect fit for an outside zone running scheme, and I think he is going to seamlessly transition into that role at the next level. My NFL comparison for Spencer Fano is Green Bay Packers right tackle Zach Tom. Tom is not the biggest tackle in the world, but is one of the best outside zone run blockers in the league. He has quietly been a top 5 right tackle in the NFL for a few seasons now, but I don't think he gets the respect that he ultimately deserves. I think Fano is a very similar type of player. Neither of them have the greatest size in the world, but they're both great run blockers, good as pass protectors, and they showcase elite hand placement and excellent athleticism. I think Fano can be very similar to what Tom has turned into for the Packers. Spencer Fano is a freak athlete. He's one of the best movers I've ever seen on the offensive line and is an incredible run blocker. While he may be a little bit smaller than his ideal, I think he brings some great potential to an outside zone rushing attack, and ultimately, I believe that Spencer Fano will be a top 15 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.